Hello and a very warm welcome to all the Ticker TV viewers. Wishing you all a very happy Diwali. Today we have Mr. Param Sarma, Director and CEO from NSP Treasury. Welcome, sir.
I take this opportunity to wish all the viewers of Ticker TV a very happy and prosperous Diwali and Happy New Year.
Thank you and wish you the same, sir. Sir, where do you see rupee heading to from December 31st to March 31st, given that Joe Biden has won the presidential election?
We have seen huge capital inflows in the form of foreign direct investment, PE, QIP, and other capital investments which buoyed the rupee to remain broadly stable in the range between 73.50 to 74.50 due to rebalancing of MSCI indices. The market expects to see dollar inflows of over $2 billion before the end of December. The reduction in non-oil imports and oil imports could lead to lower demand for dollars in the market, which could influence a broader stability in the rupee exchange rate up to the end of December 2020. We expect the rupee to remain in the range between 73.50 to 74.50 till the end of December 2020, with the possibility of an overshoot by 40 paisa per dollar on the weaker side of the above range. The increase in economic activity expected in the second half of the current financial year shall lead to an increase in dollar demand in quarter 4 of the current fiscal, and the expected correction in the overvalued global stock indices and strength of US dollar against the major currencies could lead to a weakening of the rupee toward 75.50 level before the end of March 2021, and we are looking a broader range of 73.50 to 75.50 till the end of March 2021.
Okay, so sir, given the fact neither party controls the US Congress, so would it be best to say both trade wars as well as higher taxes are largely off the agenda? Your view on this, sir?
The US Senate is expected to be controlled by the Republican Party nominee. The primary duty of US Congress is to write, debate, and pass bills. If the Republican Party controls the Senate, there is a strong possibility of a reduction in federal stimulus, which would delay the economic recovery in US. Higher taxes, as suggested by the Democrats, may be deferred. The US-China trade war may be compromised to some extent, but there will not be any immediate solution to the trade war fact.
Okay, so sir, are traders worried about the rise in virus infection? Do you see any more lockdowns? And if so, what would be the impact on rupee?
The virus infection worries continue to haunt the market participants. Worries about the second wave of COVID-19 across the globe may lead to a second lockdown in some countries. UK, France, Belgium, and other European countries have already imposed restrictions to free movement of the people, which may cause concern. The lockdown in some of the developed economies would have a direct impact on the Indian economy, leading to contraction in overseas demand. This will raise the possibility of maintaining a competitive exchange rate to boost export growth, which had shown a decline in the first half of the current fiscal. On account of all these factors, we expect the rupee to be impacted in the last quarter of the current fiscal, and the domestic currency's depreciation may be limited to 75.50 as the central bank has used forex reserves to curb any sharp weakness in the rupee exchange rate.
Okay. So, sir, recently, like Governor of Bank of England, Andrew Bailey, talked of negative rates. Do you see that a possibility given the rise in infection?
See, there is absolutely no reason to expect any negative interest rate in India. In fact, as of now, if you compare the inflation and the deposit rate offered by the Indian banks, the interest rate is negative by more than 1%. Therefore, absolutely, even though the developed economies have a negative interest rate scenario, except in the US, there is no chance for India to follow suit for having the negative interest rate scenario. It cannot happen because the domestic inflation is very high, and at this juncture, RBI is much worried about a possible rise in inflation in the next 3 to 4 months period.
So, what are the key factors that forex market participants should keep in mind during Vikram Samvat 2077?
The uncertainties in the global market are increasing, which could have an adverse impact on the domestic currency over the medium term. The unexpected event like coronavirus pandemic opens up the possibility of any sudden and adverse trends in the global market happening at some point of time, which could affect the local financial market as well. The risk of a downgrade in India's rating by multilateral and rating agencies cannot be overlooked, as India's fiscal deficit is ballooning. Taking an optimistic view on the currency is not the preferred approach from the risk management perspective. The high retail inflation and rising NPA levels in the banking system does not augur well for the rupee over the medium term. The past currency trends in the last 5 years time period may not be the right indicator for predicting the future currency trends.
Okay. So, sir, lastly, what are your advice to importers and exporters?
According to us, the rupee's depreciation is based on the inflation differential between India and our major trading partners. As long as the domestic inflation is ruling higher, the possibility of the rupee's depreciation by 5 to 6% on an annualized basis seems to be possible in the next 2 years time frame. We expect the forward dollar premium for a specific maturity of 3 months or 6 months understate the anticipated level of rupee depreciation over the corresponding period, and hence hedging of import payables for maturities up to 3 months or more is imperative at the slightly firmer level of the rupee exchange rate. We are expecting two-way currency movements in the range between 73.50 to 75.50 in the next 6 months period, and hence selling of export receivables in various tranches up to 6 month maturities at the spot target level of 74.50 to 75.00 level or better would be the best strategy to enhance the export realization. For importers who are availing financing under the supplier's credit or buyer's credit facilities, it would be a good idea to hedge the forex liabilities simultaneous to availment of the trade credit facilities to crystallize the lower interest cost in rupee terms.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable inputs. For more information, keep watching Ticker TV.